Dear students, last day we had the general introduction to the drama The Tempest. I introduced to you the drama and some important characteristics, some of the features of the drama, and what are the main themes. Today we shall begin the scene-wise study. We shall take up first Act 1, Scene 1. Act 1, Scene 1. Act 1, Scene 1 is the opening scene, and this is the shortest scene in the whole drama. Yesterday we have seen there are so many scenes in the entire drama, divided into 5 acts, and each act has got a few scenes. Of all the scenes, the opening scene, that is Act 1, Scene 1, is the shortest. Very few verses. But don't try to belittle the importance of it. The opening scene is very important because it is this scene that gives the name Tempest. The tempest comes from this scene. The storm, the tempest that occurs in Scene 1, and all the scenes that follow, that is, all the rest of the drama is based on this scene. Therefore, this scene is of utmost importance. So when you do the drama, we do it scene-wise. And when we do it scene-wise, we have to take into consideration certain points. I am giving you some instructions so that it will be easy for you to study. In 10th class you had only extracts, now you have essays too. Therefore you need to prepare for it. So you should know the acts, then scenes. In every scene, what are the things you should remember? First and foremost, you must know where the scene is taking place. Where the scene is taking place. You can say it venue, or where the scene is taking place. Also the setting. And third thing is characters. Who are the characters involved in the scene? And of course you should know the main plot of the drama. What are the main interactions taking place? What happens in the scene? So first of all, we shall see Scene 1. On board the ship. So the scene takes place on board the ship. On board. On board means in the ship. On board the ship. So the scene is taking place in the ship itself. And where is the ship? The ship is in the sea. And what is the setting? This is a storm. There is thunder. There is lightning. So that's the setting. So the scene takes place on board the ship. The ship is in the sea, and the setting is The climate is really bad because a storm has set in. And along with the storm, the usual accompaniments, there will be heavy rain, there will be lightning, there will be thunder. So that is a setting. Who are the characters? Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Ferdinand, Gonzalo. This is one set of people. You have another set of people, that is a boatswain, the master of the ship. Master, then boatswain, the crew, that's mariners. So these are the characters in the scene. Who are they? There are two kinds of characters, two kinds of people. One is the dignified people. They are Alonso, the king of Naples, Sebastian, his brother, Antonio, the usurping duke of Naples, Ferdinand, son of King Alonso, Gonzalo, the counselor. These are the people, the so-called distinguished characters or the royal passengers. R-O-Y-A-L. Royal means belonging to the kingly family. So royal passengers. So lastly we have seen these, only Gonzalo, I had missed out Gonzalo. Gonzalo is a counselor, a wise man who helps Prospero to escape from Milan. So these are the people traveling. They are gone for a marriage and now they are on their way back, going back to Naples, and on the way they meet with a fierce storm. So this is our first set of people. Second set of people is master, that is a captain of the ship, boatswain, one who is second in command, in charge of the crew, and the mariners, the crew members who are helping. So these are the characters in the scene. What are the main events? I have already noted down here. There is a fierce storm. Fierce means terrible. Of extreme type. Fierce storm. It drives the ship ashore. You must know the story. So every scene you should have a knowledge of the main happenings. The rest of it you can link it afterwards, no problem. So it drives means the fierce storm. The fierce storm drives the ship ashore. What is the meaning of driving the ship ashore? When there is a storm, the ship which is inside the sea can be drifted away towards the shore, towards the coast. But for the ship to travel in the sea, the water cannot be shallow. You have seen in dolphins what is the meaning of shallow water, you know. Where its water is not deep. So in shallow water the ship cannot travel. The water has to be very deep. So when the ship is carried away from the deep water towards the shore, it will get stuck in the sand. As a result, there will be a shipwreck. The ship will be shipwreck means destruction of the ship. W-R-E-C-K. W is silent, so you have to pronounce it as wreck. Shipwreck, not a break. Shipwreck. So, destruction of the ship. So, when the ship is being driven aside, driven towards the shore, there can be a shipwreck. So now it's the duty of the mariners, the crew. The crew means the people who are working in the ship, to put the ship back into the flow. In order to put it back into the flow, they had to bring it to the main waters. How do they bring? Using the different things they have used to control the wind. In those days, they used to have mast to control the wind. So that way, and by pulling it, they have to bring it down to the deep waters. So the crew fighting the storm. They are fighting the storm and trying to bring the ship to the deep waters. Royal passengers, they come to the deck. You have seen who are royal passengers. They come to the deck and they have an interaction with boatswain. They try to find out where is the master of the ship, and they want to know what improvement they have made and what is the situation. But the boatswain is not a very polite man. He is not polite maybe because he is so busy to save the ship. Saving the ship is a difficult task and very, very dangerous. So boatswain does not give them proper reply. He is not polite. Even with the king, he is not polite. So because he is busy with his work, he wants them to go into the cabin. So interactions with boatswain orders them to cabin. You go into the cabin and remain there. Don't disturb our work. So that is the main contention in the scene. These royal people, they want to remain there and supervise. They don't want to go inside. Then Gonzalo cools the situation. Gonzalo is a wise man and he cools the situation by trying to make some fun out of it, saying that the boatswain will not get drowned because there are no marks, no indication shown that he will die by drowning. More chances are that he will be hanged to death. He will be hanged. So that is a joke he is trying to make. At the end, the ship wrecks. So that is the story. Let's have a look. Act 1, Scene 1. On board a ship at sea, a storm with thunder and lightning. Enter master and boatswain. Master is a captain. Master boatswain, he is calling out the boatswain. Boatswain, hear master, what cheer? What is it your pleasure, or why have you called me? Master, good, speak to the mariners. Mariners means sailors, the crew. Fall taut, yarly, or we run ourselves aground. Bestir, bestir. So, caution the mariners, caution the crew, because we are in danger. So ask them to wake up and start working. Enter mariners. Then there is I'm not going to do word by word. That is possible only in the classroom. Here I will just give the main things. Then there is a conversation between them, and boatswain makes arrangement for the mariners to make the ship to come into the deep waters. Meanwhile, enter Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Ferdinand, Gonzalo, and others. Alonso, good boatswain, have care. Where is the master? Play the men. So he is encouraging the people who are working, and he asks, where is the master? Where is the captain? Boatswain, I pray now, keep below. Don't disturb me. Don't disturb me. Antonio, where is the master, boatswain? Again he repeats the question. What King Alonso asked, Antonio is repeating. Antonio is the Duke of Milan. Boatswain, do you not hear him? You mar our labor. Mar means spoil. You are spoiling our work. You are not allowing us to work. Keep your cabins. You do assist the storm. You are helping the storm to destroy the ship. We are working hard, trying our best to save the ship, and you are disturbing us. Please go inside the cabin and remain there. Don't be outside. Gonzalo, nay, good, be patient. So he is very calm and peaceful. Boatswain, when the sea is hence, what cares these roarers for the name of king? To cabin, silence, trouble us not. So boatswain is very plain, very straightforward. He doesn't mind who is speaking or to whom he is speaking. So he does not respect Alonso. He is a king. Actually, he should have been very polite to him. But this is not the time for politeness. Boatswain says, when the sea is rough, hence, what cares these roarers for the name of king? What does it matter whether it's a king or servant or say? To cabin, silence, trouble us not. Go into the cabin, please don't trouble us. Gonzalo, good. And remember whom thou hast aboard. Okay. What you say is correct. They should go inside, they shouldn't disturb you. But don't forget to whom you are talking. He is the king. Boatswain, none that I more love than myself. Boatswain says, I don't love kings. That means I don't care for kings. I care only for myself. You are a counselor. If you can command these elements to silence and work the peace of the present, we will not hand a rope more. Use your authority. If you cannot, give thanks you have lived so long, and make yourself ready in your cabin for the mischance of the hour. If it so happen, cheerly, good hearts, out of our way, I say. Boatswain is telling Gonzalo, okay, you are speaking so much. You are the counselor. Counselor is the member of the royal council who works in association with the king. So he has lot of powers and commands. So he says, okay, you command to the elements. What is elements? The wind, the storm, the ocean, the waters. You command to the elements and ask them to keep quiet, be quiet. Then we have no work. I will not even disturb you. I will not cause any delay. Please command. If you cannot command, if you cannot stop them, keep quiet and go into the cabin and remember that your hour has come. If it happens means if the ship wrecks, if the ship gets destroyed, remember that it's time for you to get lost. Cheerly good hearts, out of our way, I say. Please don't disturb us. Please go away. Gonzalo, I have great comfort from this fellow. Methinks he hath no drowning mark upon him. His complexion is perfect gallows. Stand fast, good fate, to his hanging. Make the rope of his destiny our cable. For our own death, little advantage. If he be not born to be hanged, our case is miserable. So now Gonzalo is trying to be little jovial. At the same time, he is expressing his fears and his wishes. So he says, I don't see any indications, any marks of his being drowned. See, sometimes we look at a person and says, or he or she looks like a thief, or he looks like a good man, looks like he'll have a good death. We normally say like that. So, looking at this fellow, I am getting an impression that he is not going to die by drowning. What is the meaning of drowning? To sink into the water. So, I get an impression that this fellow will be dying only by hanging himself. That is, he will be sentenced to be hanged. He will be led to the gallows and be killed there. So in other words, he can say, he is too good to be killed in the sea. He should be killed only by hanging. So indirectly, Gonzalo is trying to say that Boatswain is not going to die by drowning. If Boatswain doesn't drown, means the ship doesn't wreck. If ship doesn't wreck and Boatswain does not die in the water, Gonzalo and all the others will be saved. So when he goes out of the sea, when they reach the shipyard, then Boatswain will be put to death by hanging because he has spoke very impolitely to the king. He did not show respect to the royal people. Therefore, he will be punished, and the punishment is surely it's going to be death. So that's the meaning of it.